Today we will do what are your duties after loading coal. Now after loading coal there is a chance of fire due to spontaneous combustion. So there are four or five duties we have to do every day in order to avoid a fire. The first one would be ventilators shut, hatch ventilators. Now, why do we shut ventilators? Because in a fire triangle, oxygen is needed for fire. So we want to shut the vents so that less oxygen comes inside the cargo holds. These are the cargo holes. So if you have ventilators forward up, shut them tight. The second thing, so once ventilators are shut, cargo is loaded and vessel starts the voyage. Then every day we have to check four or five items. One of them would be oxygen readings every day. Oxygen readings, when you start the voyage, it would be around 21 days, 21%, because you have just shut the hatches. So atmospheric oxygen inside would be 21. And now you have shut the ventilators. So after 1 or 2 days, it will start reducing. Oxygen percentage will start reducing. After 2 days, it should be less than 16%. So after 2 days, when you take oxygen reading, it should show less than 16. And then throughout the voyage, it might remain less than 16, or it might reduce further to whatever 10 or 11. But every day it should be less than 16. If after 2 days or 3 days you find it's more than 16, it's not coming down, what does it mean? It means that your ventilators are not shut properly, or the gasket is not, the condition of gasket is not proper. So there is some leakage of air. So you have to investigate that and renew if required. The second duty every day, daily duty, would be to check the methane gas. Methane gas should always be less than 20. I think it is ppm, parts per million. Now, if you find methane gas is more than 20, what is your duty? Now see, if this is the cargo and methane gas is here, which is more than 20, methane gas is inflammable. So if it is more than 20 and you don't do anything and there is a fire, that fire will become big. So in case methane is more than 20, you have to open the ventilator slightly and keep checking out every few hours methane levels, and as soon as it is less than 20, you shut the ventilators again. So that will remove the inflammable gas. So in that case, if there is a fire, it will not become big. And the other gas you have to check is carbon monoxide. It should be less than 50 ppm. Now, if you find CO, carbon monoxide, is more than 50, what does it indicate? It indicates that there is a likely that fire has already taken place. Because whenever there is a coal fire, your monoxide becomes more than 50. So if you detect something like this, you can open the hatch, have an investigation, and maybe you might see some smoke or flames, in which case you will have to fight the fire. There are two ways of fighting the fire. One is to keep the hatch closed and ventilator shut so that it is starved of oxygen and it burns out, it gets extinguished by itself. A second method would be to open the hatch and use salt water. for cooling, and that will extinguish. You can consult your owner which method he wants. Normally, this is a better method, salt water. The last duty would be to check the temperature of the cargo, hold temperature. Once a day at least. Some companies have twice a day, but once a day at least. Hold temperature should be less than 50 degrees centigrade. That is safe. If it's more than 50, what does it indicate? Same thing. Like CO is more than 50, it indicates that there is a likelihood that fire has already taken place. Again, the same procedure. You can open the hatch, investigate the fire, do firefighting. So that is the 4 jobs you have to do every day after loading coal.